about anyone. Instead, a voice that is a and showing love to others. A voice that is a vessel will be encouraging, uplifting, and showing love to others. When God unlocks your voice, He is not just giving you freedom to speak, to say whatever it is that you want to say. He is giving you purpose in what you speak. When God unlocks your voice, He's not just giving you freedom to speak or to say whatever it is that you want to say. He is giving you purpose in what you speak. So how can you let your voice be a vessel? Number one, you can let your voice be a vessel of God's truth. We live in a time when everyone's talking, everybody has something to say, but are we saying things that really matters? Are you saying things that matter? When we scroll through our social media pages on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and see voices everywhere, are those voices carrying truth? I want you to know today that your voice comes across in your social media postings as well. When we think of voice, we only think of the words coming out of our mouth, that tune, we think of us speaking. But your voice comes across in those messages that you type as well. Some of you may remember in our Connect group study this past week, when there was a young lady, she wanted to be she was in school to be an actress. And she was a Christian, but she did not know how she didn't feel comfortable talking about that around her peers, around the people who she was studying with to become an actress. But she would go on her social media pages and express her faith. So when people saw all of these postings, they were surprised because they were like, well, we didn't know she was a Christian. And then when they spoke to her about it, that opened the door for them to be more comfortable in using her and hearing her express herself as a Christian. So, yes, it's social media where we socialize and we want to have fun as well, but you want to be careful exactly what you post. I know none of the youth that attend youth here at New Horizon Worship Center, none of you are cyberbullying on social media, right? Nobody's going on social media and talking about anyone, right? No, not looking around. I know nobody else doing that. So you want to be careful. You want to remember your voice comes across in your social media postings as well. So when you speak, you want to make sure that you are speaking truth, that you are speaking God's truth. As we were reminded in Jeremiah 1:7-9, God tells the young prophet, "Do not say, I am only a youth, for you should go to all to whom I send you, and whatever I command you, you shall speak. For I have put my words in your mouth." So that means even as a young person, your voice can carry the word of God. Your voice can carry the word of God. Don't underestimate how powerful your words are when God is behind them. When you post online, or when you talk with your friends, when you stand up in class to speak, you have a choice. Will your voice add to the noise, or will your voice bring light? So as a youth, your voice can carry God's truth. Or will you be representing Christ? Not just representing the youth of New Horizon Worship Center, Generation Z, you're representing yourself and you are representing Christ. So be careful what you say while you're at school. Remember that your voice should represent Christ. How many of you as young people have ever witnessed anything around school that you thought was not fair? or witnessed somebody bullying someone and you just stood by and not said anything? And notice I said you just stood by and not said anything because I don't want to think that you're the one doing the bullying, right? So how many of you have ever just stood by and not, and you didn't do anything? I saw Chase raise his hand. Anybody else? Have you ever just stood by? Yes, I see another hand raised. If you were the one being bullied or someone beating up on you, would you want your friends to just stand by and watch and do nothing or say nothing? Talk to me, would you? Okay. Years old when he started preaching in the temple. He spoke up for the poor and the rejected and those that were forgotten. As young people, you too can use your voice whenever you see any type of injustice, any unfair treatment. You can use your voice to speak up for injustice, but of course, you're doing it in a respectful way if this is an adult you're speaking to. When you see someone being bullied, you should also speak out. When your friends are hurting, you can speak life. You can speak encouraging words to them. You can encourage them through your words. So never be afraid to speak out for others. You can use your voice as a vessel in speaking for others. You may be the one voice that reminds someone that they are seen, and that they are loved, and that they are valued by God. So you want to speak up when you see injustice, speak up when you see someone being bullied, and speak up when your friends are hurting. This is quote by, you can go back to it. This quote by Malala